bootleg copies all over the place.
Yeah, you can
they're
find
barely
crappy
visible.
quality versions of it. Yes?
What was the inspiration for replacing your hand with a chainsaw?
The inspiration for replacing my hand with a chainsaw. Sam Raimi thought it would be hilarious. Then he didn't have to wear that goddamn rig for the next 6 years.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stand up and yell. No. Stand up and yell.
Some of the one-liners, written or made up. Most were written, but Sam would do a lot on the set. Sam would, while the camera's rolling, Sam would give you a new speech to say. And you've never heard it before. During Army of Darkness, I came riding back into the castle, and I'm arguing with the wise man. And Sam would spew a speech of dialogue. Go, okay, no, say this. Okay, spinach chin, blah, 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 blah. And I'd like go, I'm really trying to memorize it immediately, and then vomit it back out like his little monkey. And then he would get pissed if I didn't get it right. So it's a very fluid situation in those movies, because Sam Raimi is, some writers, when they write a script, they want it exactly how they wrote it. And some writers, the smart writers, are the ones that will include actors in the process and realize that it's a moving target.
On the aisle, right here.
This kind of goes along with you saying Sam Raimi spoke stuff out. When you say that you're too old for another Army of Darkness, are you too old for another Army of Darkness, or too old to be in another Sam Raimi movie?
Too old to be in Army of Darkness, or too old to be in another Sam Raimi movie? Too old to star in another Sam Raimi movie. I can show up for 2 days like I'm going to in the movie Oz that he's making right now, and torment James Franco, and then leave as soon as I possibly can, while I can still feel my legs. Yes, right here.
I know you guys mentioned that you aren't going to be cameos in the reboot for The Evil Dead, but is Ted Raimi going to be a cameo? Because I know he's a cameo in a lot of...
Just so you know, I don't know that much more than you do right now, other than the fact that we are making a movie. We do have a script. We're going to probably be filming it in New Zealand in the spring, and you'll probably see it fall of whatever. Fall will be the next year or the year after that. That's really all we know. We haven't cast it. We haven't really had these long, boring meetings about it yet. Those will come soon.
Right here on the aisle.
Do you guys have any mementos from when you were there on set?
Did you guys keep anything from those happy times?
Just the emotional trauma. It stays with us forever. We have it in our own little secret.
And there's a lot of it.
I have more kind of press clippings, like from the local Knoxville, Tennessee newspaper did little articles on us. I did keep the pair of black underwear that I wore in the woods scene for quite a while, because they were kind of my favorite underwear. But
I'd like to smell that.
Is there any question that it was stereotype casting with Scotty? Any question?
Go ahead, stand up.
Oh, yes. I have a very important question. Just want to clarify. Bruce, or any of y'all, are you going to New Orleans Comic-Con next year in January?
That is important.
Because I've heard rumors that maybe you may not be able to make it, and a lot of my friends are looking forward to
I
it.
have pulled out from that for other obligations.
Okay.
To stay in the business.
Okay.
Nothing personal in New Orleans.
Yes.
Schedule changed all the time. I was in, and then I had to get out.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Also, is any of you wearing Old Spice right now? Old Spice.
Not me. Old news.
Old news. Okay.
Yes, back here.
What were some of your funniest memories from the making of The Evil Dead?
Funniest memories? None. Man, they were not fun experiences. Making any of the Evil Dead movies is not fun. And people they're so excited they want another Evil Dead movie, and I'm like, really? Really? It's just, this was a long, grueling shoot. None of us had really been through anything physically like this before or since. And anytime I hear an actor complain about being in weird conditions or rough conditions, I just had 2 words for them: Evil Dead. It was a long, grueling shoot. We didn't really know until later. Nowadays they have all the creature comforts of, these special trailers you can go in, and they ferry you up and down, and they come in teams of people, powder you, and carry you around on pillows. It's all very different now. But you know, in the non-union days of 1979 in rural frickin' Tennessee, you're gonna get what you get. We were lucky to get out of there with our lives.
I have a quick funny.
He's not kidding. One time
Tom has one funny
One
thing.
funny.
One funny
We
thing.
were filming, Bart Pierce and I were filming the finale of Evil Dead, the stop motion thing. We had a gallon of corn syrup blood in the basement. Bart's parents came over, very conservative folks. They were sitting in the little lounge area. The dog came upstairs and puked up about 3 quarts of this fake blood. And that was really funny.
That's horrifying.
On a related note to that, how much fake blood did you guys go through for the whole Evil Dead?
Well, we would go into the stores, you know, the Caro syrup. It's the regular pancake Caro syrup. It's the clear Caro syrup, and then the various food colorings. We had to ask them, we don't want the 4-packs of the food colorings. We need just the biggest red ones you got. And we would go in and we'd go up at the cashier and put like a case of Caro syrup. And you know, it's a small town. Well, what you doing out there? What you gonna do with all that Caro syrup? Oh, we're gonna make a big cake. You don't use Caro syrup and cake. We're making pancakes. For what? A cookout? Where's it gonna be at? So check me out, lady. I'm not talking to you anymore. I don't live here. So we bought out. We were literally, I think in the town of Morristown, there was no more food coloring. There was no more Caro syrup. We had to go to Knoxville, the big city of Knoxville, 40 miles away.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
At the end when you are kind of like spinning through the air and all over the, how exactly did they film that? Because it seems like that might be somewhat cool.
You mean the vortex thing?
Yeah.
Well, that was in the beginning of Evil Dead 2.
Oh yeah.
But they had built this rig, a motorized rack that you were strapped into.
It was an X. It was an X-shaped metal rack that I was strapped to.
And it could rotate.
And that was put on the end of a crane, like a 30-foot crane arm that could go up and down. And I was up in the air, spinning around upside down. Sam Raimi was running the controls. He could make me go fast around in circles. He could make me go this way and that way. And we were moving down the road. We had to find a road that was a mile straight with trees on either side. And he had people walking next to it. The crane's moving down the street, and people with branches are smashing into me as I'm going around in circles down this road, shot in Cheraw, South Carolina. The movie was not entirely filmed in North Carolina. We had one shot filmed in Cheraw, South Carolina, and that's how your damn shot was done. The next guy, Vern Hyde, this crusty old guy, comes up to me in the morning and goes, "Hey, Bruce, what'd you have for breakfast?" I go, "Why, Vern, what do you care?" "Well, I just want to know what's coming at me down below."
I went through that frame by frame. Somebody was jamming you in the face.
Yes, Sam Raimi's jamming. Yes, over there.
Nowadays, filmmakers are constantly chasing tax credits, Casey State, Illinois, Louisiana. In 1979, what made you choose Tennessee instead of Michigan? Certainly, there's plenty of happenings.
The weather. That's absolutely true. We had never raised money for a movie before. We didn't know how long it would take. We started raising money in the spring. We thought, a couple of months. We'll have this wrapped up. We'll shoot in the summer. Perfect Michigan summer. You bet. Cut to November. And we had not quite the full amount of money. We had to send a letter to our investors begging them to let us start filming underfunded, which is always a great idea in a business venture. And so we thought, let's just go south. And it was one of the warmest winters on record in Michigan and one of the coldest in Tennessee that year, so that worked out great. No. Only because there was never any script. We never got that far.
Oh, sit down.
So I think we're near at 12:45. Let's do 3 more amazing, insightful questions, and we'll let you get on to the buffing panel.
Veterinarian friends.
Did you guys care at all with the name change? I think it was the Book of the Dead, and then changed to Evil Dead.
Oh, I was devastated.
I was just, do you care not at all? Or
Had I known, I wouldn't have done it.
I remember Sam, well, they had an agent, Irvin Shapiro, who said that if you have book in the title, kids may think they're going to be expected to read at some point during the movie. So Sam asked all of us for title suggestions. My first was Sex Bad Must Kill. And the other was Lick the Blood Off My Shovel, not my favorite inscription.
Okay, second to last question.
End of Army of Darkness, you've got two endings. You've got the ultimate ending. Which one do you guys prefer? The end of the world ending or the shopping cart ending?
That's simple for me, Evil Dead. I like them both because I think Ash is insane at the end of Evil Dead. And so that's why the movies are crazier and more grandiose as he's flipped. Once he goes through the vortex, and he's gone.
I think the filmmakers always prefer the original version because that's what was in their little head. But Universal wanted the happy ending, so they encouraged us to film a happy ending. So that's what's in it, because they have a little thing called test screenings, where they get a bunch of unemployed people who are walking around a mall, and they ask them, would you like to see a movie? Because we're gonna treat you like the experts. And then they ask you all these questions about what you liked and didn't like. And so, thanks to a bunch of unemployed people in Burbank, we have a happy ending now on Army of Darkness. And I'm not that far from the truth. That's the absurdity of this business. Last final question for an Evil Dead related question. Original Evil Dead related question only.
Hand down, sorry.
Question, but of the three ladies on the panel, has anybody taught how to make love the Bruce Campbell way?
We didn't need to be taught.
Let me repeat the question for Theresa. Wasn't that part of the audition?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Ellen Sandweiss, Betsy Baker, Theresa Telly, Hal Delrich, Tom Sullivan, and myself, thank you for coming today.